How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to talk about this producer letter because it's been a couple of days and stuff like that since it's been out, and I tweeted about it when I first seen it. In my reaction, I was actually at work and stuff like that, so I didn't really get to do a lot with this one. And plus, like, it's holiday season, so I've been like scrambling around because I gotta get prepared for leaving and stuff like that. But I finally got a little bit of time to actually sit down and record, and I really want to talk about this because I can't stress how much this producer letter, this might have been seriously the most, I would probably say, useless producer letter that we've got, I think, of all of Dokkan Battle since they've been doing producer letters. And I don't even think I'm even capping or whatever you want to say. I don't think so. Like, this was absolutely a pointless producer letter. Like, it was just a sake of them putting something on the global timeline to say, like, hey, we haven't neglected global Dokkan, but we still know y'all are here. Like, because obviously the JP side, they're getting their New Year's Dual Fest banner, which Hirudegan and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which again for global we'll be waiting like a couple of months to get that. But the timeline for global Dokkan Battle is not looking good. We're gonna have the Trunks banner that should be popping off pretty soon, probably in a couple of days or so. I think like the 27th, 28th. We'll have that. Then we'll have the New Year step up. And then after that, it's going to be what? 17 and 18? Ribrianne, maybe even Omega Shenron in there. And like after that, it's going to be like who? Like who's after that? Because I mean, as far as we know, we shouldn't get anything new on global until we get into like Say a Day, Golden Week, and stuff like that. So the producer letter pretty much told us, like, yeah, skip season is among y'all, and it's going to start probably a little bit sooner than what you guys think, because obviously now that we know, it looks like we're not going to be doing anything for the 9th year anniversary with JP. When the previous producer letter, they were stating that, yeah, we're going to be participating, unless it's like, hey, both of them are different units, whatever, or we're just not even summoning in that sort of aspect. But I'm getting version Z vibes from this all over again. Like, I mean, it's version Z. They introduced it and said, like, hey, they teased it, announced it, and then we waited a whole year until we actually got anything that had to do with version Z. And then for the actual global side of Dokkan Battle and stuff like that, in their worldwide celebration, they announced the sync up was going to happen. And since then, we really haven't got necessarily anything whatsoever at all talking about it. Like, they've mentioned it, they'll still mention the sync up just to say the words sync up that we hear all the time. We're like, okay, we'll sync up, what's going to happen? Like, I have no doubt in my mind that after the sort of sync up of the like timelines for JP and Dokkan of global Dokkan Battle, I have no like ill will at all of being like, hey, this is going to be absolutely terrible when it happens. No, I do honestly think it's going to be a very, very, very good thing, especially if it's handled correctly. But it's the leading up to it that I feel like they're digging themselves in a bigger hole each month or each half of a year that's going to be going by, that more units are going to be coming out, more easy A's are going to be coming out, and more events that are going to be coming out that, again, we are behind. So it's like that massive, like, looks like it's probably going to be a massive catch up that's going to have to happen at some point in time. It's going to come out of left field, and it's probably going to be handled, since this is Akatsuki and the dev teams and how they like to handle things in the crunch times is usually not that great. It's probably going to be a disaster, because you're going to have so many events that's going to be there to try to get, like, yeah, sure, the Dragonstone aspect is going to be great, but it's going to be that time frame that's going to suck, because again, you're going to have to slow down JP side so they don't keep getting things while we're still trying to catch up and play catch up for either a month or something like that. It's going to be pretty much like on the JP side when that happens, and then you keep pushing the narrative of the 10th, and I am scared to death that it's going to be the 10th year anniversary is the actual sync up. I am scared to death that it's going to be that, because they keep talking about this 10th all the time, and they keep talking about everything that they're doing, all these little like things that they're switching out and changing power level stuff, and obviously links to skills that we've gotten and everything. Like they keep doing this, keep teasing out everything, and I'm like, okay, but if it's a whole nother year of global players listening to Omatsu come in on a producer letter and just be like, oh yeah, sync up, but then still never give us an actual date when that's going to happen. And I think the reason why is because they're doing that so they can be the 10th year. I really hope it's not the 10th year. I hope it's next year for the worldwide celebration, since they introduced it and talked about it at the worldwide celebration. I hope it's like next year worldwide celebration, since that is the massive sync up of both banners and stuff like that. It's a joint big celebration. I'm hoping, but I have no idea, because their track record is not great when it comes to them announcing big changes and then also delivering on those big changes, and the amount of time that it actually does take for them to deliver on those big changes. So just looking at the roadmap again, because again, this is going to be like the biggest thing that you guys see, I would say probably the next year going into 2024, especially when they start unveiling the 9th year anniversary units and stuff like that, and then also talking about what global is going to be doing and getting in between things. It's not looking great. And I've already said this before in a previous video and also on a stream, that the scheduling that we have currently right now, like I said, without named off the 17, 18, Trunks, Rebrand, Omega Shenron, all that stuff, that is like, in my honest opinion, I would probably say like majority of the people could look at every last one of those banners and be like, those are easy skips, especially for when it comes into the skip season for going into Global's 9th year anniversary. Skip season starts as soon as the JP units are revealed. Like it starts then. So it's going to be very hard pressed for Global to start to summon on something crazy, especially to try to get the dev team to get us to summon on something. Because like I said, Golden Week and stuff like that, and also Say Day is going to have to be absolutely bananas for it to like have a lot of global players come up off the Dragonstones, especially when the scheduling looks so weak for the global side. So it's just one of those things right now that we're just looking at, like, we get the scheduling, we get that they keep like up until the 10th year, that's what they're saying, we get this, but it really does look like the 10th year is probably going to be when this sync up happens. And I am praying that it's not, because that's a whole nother year of units to come out, and Global just waiting until the sync up happens. And even JP, I mean, at that point, because like I said, things will change when it happens with JP. Like, the quicker it happens, the better. But it's just like that milking and me getting the same vibes. Like I said, I could be the only one getting the vibes of like version Z all over again. I could be the only one getting that vibes, but from what I've seen on Twitter, it don't look like it. It really don't look like it. It looks like people are more complaining about the situation of just like, okay, well, just tell us something. Give us a date. Like, give us an actual date. Tell us exactly when the sync up is going to happen. And I feel like they're scared because they think that everyone's just going to like skip everything until then. But that's just not the case at all. It's like the more you give out less information for it, I'm talking to the devs specifically on this one, the more that you do that, the more you get people that are like borderline, like if they're going to continue to keep playing Dokkan Battle, to probably leave, because they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave the game until the sync up, until I get some kind of information or pop up and I see it on YouTube or something like that, that the information of the sync up is happening, then I'll come back. And like I said, each and every last one of these times, we always lose people, we always gain people in the Dokkan community. And like I said, with this being here, of you just being like, oh, well, we don't know when we're going to do it at all, you're going to lose more people out of it, man. And like I said, Dokkan community is a big community. We're not like the biggest community. We could literally be the biggest community, especially with a lot of these changes implemented into Dokkan Battle. And also when they were talking about having, you know, new sort of events and stuff like that that are going to be cooking up and stuff. It's like, yeah, like if you do great things in Dokkan Battle for the game, like the community will grow and it'll just be perceived better. You might be getting back all those top grossings and all that stuff that you've been missing from the US and Canada side where we just haven't been hitting top grossing at all, because again, a lot of the people are playing JP side, but also just for the simple fact that most people aren't whaling out anymore like that, because things have got more expensive as the years been going on. So it's like, and Dokkan Battle is at its core a very expensive game to play. So it's like, you know, you're just gonna get more people out of it than you are excited for it, because like I said, this is gonna be like probably the most meme thing out here. It's just the 10th year anniversary. Like the 10th year, is it gonna be the 10th year? Is it, when's the sync up? Like, I mean, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure you can probably look up like sync up Dokkan Battle memes, and you'll probably see them there. You'll probably see them there because everyone's just waiting and wanting some information for it. Like I said, again, this producer letter was literally the worst producer letter that I've seen in a very long time. Like, and I'm not even stretching. Like, it damn sure might have been like one of the worst ones we got. It was like the pointless, like just absolutely pointless of giving us, or just pretty much talking. It's like the equivalent of just talking, just to hear your own self talk at that point. So, like I said, who knows? Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feeling about this one. If you're getting bad vibes from this whole sync up situation in terms of the time that it's going to take to get there. We're all hoping that it's not going to be the 10th year, but I feel like if I was a betting man, I would say the 10th year is probably when it's going to be, because that's going to be 10 years of Dokkan Battle. And I feel like that's when they'll finally start introducing all these new changes in on the game, that for the better or for the worse. We'll have to see how it goes. You never know, but I feel like that's how this is going to be. I'm hoping that it's not, but we'll just have to see in due time. But let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this one. And again, if you've stayed this far into the video watching, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Have an awesome day, and I'm out. Peace.